Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Daniel Sauls Show, exclusively on YouTube. If you want to see other highlights and analysis from the Daniel Sauls Show, make sure you go hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell, so you get notified after every video that I post. This video, we're going to be talking about boxing. Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios, February 21st. It's a night where a belt can be taken away or kept. We're talking about the welterweight championship of the world. Ryan Garcia finally has another chance to win a world title. And I'm going to be talking about my prediction for this fight. It's a big welterweight championship bout, and we're going to get into it. When you look at these fighters, their records look good. They look pretty even. When you look at the resumes, a lot of people were talking about the resumes going into this fight. They were talking about how Barrios has a better resume and all this stuff. Well, it's not clear-cut. It's not clear-cut. We don't know that. Who's to say that Ryan Garcia doesn't have a better resume? He fought Javier Fortuna. He fought Tank Davis. He fought a pretty decent bit of good fighters. He fought Devin Haney. He won that fight. He won that fight. He beat Devin Haney. Okay? A billionth of a gram doesn't matter. He beat Devin Haney fair and square. He did lose to Rolly Romero. He did lose to Tank. He beat Oscar Duarte, who's a really good pressure fighter who has power. So he's got these fights under his belt. We can't sit up here and say that Garcia just hasn't fought anybody. He's fought a good bit of people. I mean, so is Mario Barrios. I mean, he also fought Tank, Keith Thurman. He fought a lot of these guys, and I get that. Manny Pacquiao, even though he's an older Manny Pacquiao. Other than the resume aspect, I want to go and dive into the coaching. So everyone knows that Ryan Garcia has gone through some coaches. You know, he had his dad in the beginning. Had Joe Goossen. He was training with Joe Goossen for a bit. Still had his dad as the head trainer. Then later on, after he had Eddie Reynoso, who's one of the best coaches in the sport. Canelo's coach. Everyone knows Eddie Reynoso. And then he went to Joe Goossen after the comeback victory against Luke Campbell. Okay, he had Eddie Reynoso in his corner. He thought that it was best to move on. He went back to Joe Goossen. Had a few fights with him, with Emmanuel Tago, Javier Fortuna, and Tank Davis. And he won 2 of those fights, lost to Tank Davis. And supposedly, Joe Goossen was a mole in Ryan Garcia's camp, told Tank Davis's team and his guys some information that shouldn't have been told, especially with his injuries due to his ribs, his broken ribs and all that stuff, having to get down to that weight and stay at the weight with the rehydration clause and all that. A lot of things that they looked at. You know, they targeted the body in that fight a lot more because of the information. Now, it's not 100% sure. No one's 100% sure that Joe Goossen was that mole in the camp. However, that is the allegations that Team Garcia has been given for the past few years. And Ryan seems to be sticking on that, and he's not backing down from that. He truly believes that was the only guy that could have been able to tell that information to Tank's camp and his team, because that was the only guy that made sense at that moment in time. Now, it just so happened to be a coincidence that I believe that Barrios is now being trained by Joe Goossen for this fight. He said that Joe Goossen was going to be his new trainer regardless of whether he fought Ryan Garcia or not. Garcia seems to believe that that's the case, that it was just, it just so happened that they're fighting him next and that's his trainer. I believe that to be the case, too. If you look at the timestamps, if you look at when Barrios was training with Joe Goossen beforehand, you can see that was probably going to be the direction he was going in regardless. So, with that being said, then we're going to look at advantages in that aspect. Does Barrios or Garcia have advantages in that? Well, really and truly, I think both of them have advantages, but to me, I feel like Garcia knows how he's training Barrios, so he knows the training camp aspect. He knows maybe what drills he's doing in camp. He also knows the things that he's probably telling Mario Barrios this is Ryan's weaknesses. This is his tendencies, right? His tendencies are this. His weaknesses are that. But the reality is, anybody, any coach can give you those weaknesses and tendencies. It didn't have to just be Joe Goossen. It could have been anybody. Because anybody with a brain and a mind and an eye for boxing and with close detail, if you can look at detail pretty well, you can clearly see people's flaws, fighters' flaws and weaknesses, difficulties, things that they have a hard time doing, things that they maybe not do well, maybe things they do well, so you could train for things. And I feel like ultimately that really doesn't matter. I think the only advantage that Garcia has necessarily in that aspect is that he knows how Barrios is training. So maybe he can train, 3, 5, 10 times harder than Barrios, okay? Maybe that. But anything else, I don't really see how Garcia has an advantage. I think, if anything, Barrios has the advantage because if you look at it, I don't think Mario Barrios is a better fighter than Ryan Garcia. I think that Ryan Garcia is a talent. I think he's one of the best talents in the sport. It's sad that his career has gone downhill since the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. It really is sad because he was one of the best fighters in the world. I know a lot of people didn't want to give him that credit. They didn't want to give him pound-for-pound status, but the reality is he was that dude. Okay, he was making boxing where it is now. He's the reason why we're getting these big fights because he took the rehydration clause. He went in there against Tank Davis, and he put himself and his record and everything on the line so that boxing can be where it's at today. That's the truth. And the truth is that Ryan Garcia now is still a talent. But he hasn't been unlocking that potential in which he was before. He's taken a huge step back, and his career's in a horrible, very downhill trajectory. It's not where he wants to be. And so ultimately, I feel like there's nothing Barrios does that's exceptional, nothing exciting. He's a very technical boxer. He's a textbook technical boxer who isn't really fast, who isn't really exciting to watch. Nothing spectacular about him. He doesn't have a specific shot, a specific punch, a specific move that he is known for. Garcia is known for the left hook, but he's more than just a left hook, but that's his best shot. What can someone sit up here and say, every casual fan and regular boxing fan will know that's Mario Barrios' shot. That's his move. He has no move. Because there's nothing spectacular about him. He's a great dude. I mean, look, he's a great guy. You can see he's a chill, cool man. No shade to Mario Barrios. He's a great fighter. He's just not an A-level fighter. He's a lower-level champion. He's a champion fighter. He is. He is deserving of the belt he has. He's just not a top-tier champion. He is just an average, good technical boxer that just so happens to be a champion. That's Mario Barrios. Good champion, just not a great champion. And because there's nothing special about him, I don't feel like he would have a real good shot in this fight regardless. Because Ryan Garcia, and he pointed it out, Ryan Garcia typically likes to jump on people. Same thing Devin Haney said. But Devin Haney said that, he knew that, and it still didn't work out in his favor. He still lost the fight. So even though you can pick up on the fact that Garcia jumps on people, how can you stop it? The way and the reason that Barrios has an advantage in this fight with the Joe Goossen thing is that Joe Goossen can tell Barrios the things that he does, and it gives him a closer chance in this fight. It closes the gap in between the skill level and the talent, and the chances that Barrios has, it makes the odds better towards his favor. It's better for him. Joe Goossen being in his corner is better for him than it is against, better for Garcia. It's not good for Garcia in the sense that he's going to be able to get close to the fight. I still don't think Barrios wins. Okay, and this is where my prediction really lies. Like I said just a few minutes ago, just a little bit, Garcia has a special, factor. He has that X factor. He has that shot, that one-punch power that can either stun somebody or knock somebody down, or maybe even potentially knock somebody out. He has that power. Most people don't want to see it. He has that power. He also is the fastest puncher in the sport. He has the fastest punch recorded. He is that dude. He is lightning fast. No one is going to be able to deal with that if he's on his A game. And that's the if. If he's on his A game, this fight does not last long. And really and truly, Barrios isn't fast. He's really slow. He's got power, okay? The thing with Barrios is he's a champion, he's got power, and he's a good technical boxer. There's nothing else to Mario Barrios. He is slow. He's not fast at all. He doesn't have one punch knockout power really, but he's got power. He's probably got heavier hands than Garcia, but the speed isn't in his favor at all. His reflexes aren't better than Garcia. He's not a spectacular fighter. And with that being said, I really and truly could see this fight going 3 or 4 rounds and being stopped. I think that Garcia is going to catch him off guard within the first few rounds like he did Devin Haney in the first round in their fight. I think he's going to catch him off guard with a shot with his speed. It's going to stun him. It's probably going to get Barrios' eyes wide open. He's going to be alert now. He's going to realize, okay, I'm going to be getting hit with these shots. I got to do something. And once he realizes that he can't just sit there and box like that, he's going to get desperate. He's going to start throwing shots he doesn't want to. He may get off the game plan, and that's not going to work out in his favor. Garcia is going to capitalize on a lot of the mistakes, the small mistakes that Barrios might make. Barrios is a good technical boxer. If Garcia can outbox Barrios, he's going to win. If he clips Barrios with a good shot and stuns him, he's going to win the fight by stoppage because Barrios isn't going to be able to take those shots. We've seen it in a Tank fight. We've seen it in a lot of these fights. He doesn't do well against fighters who clip him in out of nowhere. The pressure gets to him. Okay, he starts to panic. He doesn't do well in those moments. If Garcia hits him with a shot he doesn't expect with the speed, which I think he will, it's going to get Mario Barrios off guard, and he's going to go in panic mode, and it's going to be too late. I don't think this fight lasts long. If this fight lasts all the 12 rounds, and it's close, you might as well give it to Barrios. Because Mario Barrios in a close fight, he's a warrior, Aztec warrior. He's a great guy, great boxer, a good boxer, and he's going to use that technical boxing style to his advantage. He's going to play the points game. He's going to outland Garcia, probably to the body, do stuff to the body, try and throw some combinations to show that he's, his output's out there, not low output. Garcia is going to get shell-shocked. He's not going to throw a lot of shots other than a jab. We've seen it in the Rolly fight. If he doesn't feel like he can do anything, he's going to just stick to the jab the whole fight, and it's going to be boring as hell. No one's going to want to watch it, and it's just going to be that all night long. And I think when Ryan Garcia gets shell-shocked, he's not going to throw punches. He's scared to get hit. Because as soon as he gets hit, he's going to get dropped. And if he gets dropped in his fight, regardless if he gets hurt, because I don't think when he gets dropped, he gets hurt. He got dropped against Tank, he got right back up. He got dropped against Luke Campbell, he got right back up. He got dropped by Rolly, he got right back up. When he gets dropped, he doesn't get hurt, it just stuns him. But that goes on the scorecards. It's a 10-8 round. As soon as you get knocked out, it's a 10-8 round unless you were winning the entire round up until the knockdown. It'd be a 9-9 round. Ultimately, it could be one of two things. If Garcia stuns him, boxes well, uses his speed to his advantage, and hits him with pop shots, he's gonna win early. He's gonna stop Mario Barrios. He'll knock him out. If Mario Barrios can stay away from that, if he can keep his distance, if he can go in and out, use his moves, use his boxing ability, hit him with shots, go to the body, try and protect that his head with the try and protect himself from the left hook. Don't drop your hands in stupid moments. Be smart. If he can do that and limit Garcia on his shots and basically just have Garcia jabbing all night, regardless of CompuBox, because we've seen it in the Rolly fight. Like I said, Brian Garcia won the fight on CompuBox. The CompuBox number said he outlanded Rolly. In everything. He had better percentages in everything. Outlanded Rolly. It didn't matter because Rolly knocked him down, and all Garcia did was jab. If Barrios can stick to a game plan, outbox Garcia, he can do it, and he can win the fight. But ultimately, I don't think he can. Like I said, Garcia's going to use his speed. He's going to use his power. He's a better boxer. He's more of a talent, and he's going to use that. He looks sharp as hell in camp. He looks back to himself. He doesn't look like he's drinking and smoking and doing all this stuff that he said he was doing in the last few camps. He looks right. He looks great. And I think he's going to win this fight by knockout in the 4th round. I'm predicting a 4th round knockout for Ryan Garcia. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to go hit that like button and get in the comments section. Talk all you want to. I love the engagement. I love to be able to talk with y'all, debate with y'all. It's so much fun. I enjoy it just as much as I enjoy talking on this show. Thank you so much. Until the next one. Peace out, y'all.